loves, Kim here, and I'm back with another video. So if this is your first time on the channel, I just would like to say welcome and thank you so much for watching. And if you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button and be sure to click that bell, that way you never miss an upload from me. And if you're an OG that's been here for a minute, thank you so much for coming back. So today I wanted to build a micro tiny home, and if you have been living under a rock and don't know what I'm talking about, The Sims 4 is dropping a new stuff pack called the Tiny Living Pack, and I'm so here for it. If you've been on my channel any amount of time, you know that tiny homes is something that I've always kind of had like an affinity for, something that I always had an interest in. I just thought it was so cool seeing people realizing the impact that they're having on the world and making Mother Earth work a lot harder than what it needs to, with all the pollution and taking up all of this space. So a lot of people that I follow as far as the tiny home movement, they realize that they can still be great with less. So they scaled back their material possessions and are living tiny, and they are reaping the benefits of cheaper bills and not having to worry about all of these different possessions, and just really living their best lives with little to nothing, and are so happy with it. You know, they are having more function, more order, just a lot of these great benefits. Granted, tiny home living is not for everyone, but just seeing their stories. I've been watching this docu-series that comes on YouTube called Living Big in a Tiny House, and the host of the show, his name is Bryce Langston, if I'm not mistaken. He goes around the world and he catches up with these people and talks to them about their process and the benefits and the costs, and these people are happy. It's not exactly easy, it's definitely a huge transition, but the rewards on the other side makes that big change worth it for them, and that's something that I can definitely respect and can appreciate. So I've definitely learned a lot over the years, and I'm so happy that the Sims have seen that this is a trend and something that the community is interested in, and they're introducing it in a way where your Sims are able to get real benefits. And also, if you play it right, you can learn a little bit more about the tiny home movement and just reducing your impact. So yeah, like all good things. I'm super duper excited about this pack. Anyway, back to the build. The shape is really simple. It is a rectangle. I wanted to really challenge myself when I found out the restrictions of these tiers that's coming with the new pack. So by that I mean, as far as the lot type, under residential there is a sublot type called tiny homes, and there's 3 different tiers. So there's a small house, which is 100 tiles or less. There is the tiny home, which is 64 tiles or less, and then the micro tiny home, which is what we're creating here, that is 32 tiles or less. Now the tricky thing with that, tiles are considered to be tiles even if they're not within the enclosed livable space. So I don't know if you can see, there is a small ledge outside of our wall. Those are considered tiles, and those would count towards tiles used as far as building the home. So although it's outside, it still counts, so you definitely got to be careful with that. But it's a super fun challenge that I am ready to live up to. Some of the things that I'm also excited for in the pack is the Murphy bed. I definitely remember the Murphy beds. I believe that came with the University Life in The Sims 3. And I don't know, I hear that you can really seriously injure your Sim by using the Murphy bed. I don't know how exactly to prevent that. Maybe you have to have like a really good handiness skill, or maybe like a good programming skill, or maybe it's just all luck. I'm not sure, but definitely some cool gameplay that a lot of people can appreciate that. And just the multifunctional items, like I hear there's like this bookshelf with a TV and a radio on there. You can use all of those different functions, so you can watch TV, you can listen to the radio, you can read a book, things like that, to really reduce the space and maximize the space that you have. I just think that it's so cool, and for a builder like me, something I could definitely get into. But yeah, the shape of this house is just a simple rectangle. It is 14, what am I saying? It is 4 tiles long and 8 tiles wide. So 4 times 8 is 32. And I have to make a couple of changes. So before, I actually started building this before I watched the live stream, and then after I realized, okay, the top area with the half wall, that's considered to be using tiles because that is an enclosed room. So I had to remove that, and you'll see what I do a bit later on. But yeah, this is definitely a challenge. I love tiny homes, so I was gonna make this anyway, but just seeing all of those things that are supposed to be highlights of the pack, I wanted to make it feel as real as possible to what the game will be considered a tiny home, but put it in a way that people who might not be able to spend the extra funds on the pack or may not be downloading that pack anytime soon, they can still get that gameplay without having the actual DLC. So yeah, that was kind of what I was going for, and I really love how it came out. We're out front, and I'm just putting in some gravel just to add a little bit of a, I don't know, just make a bit of a statement, really define this space as a house. And then that brown area, I'm making like a little veg patch. I know that people that are into sustainable living and reducing their footprint, they do grow their own vegetables. So that's something that I wanted to incorporate, just give your Sims something else to do, something that they can also possibly make money from. And I added in this grill. Oh yeah, and if I didn't mention this already, this game, this build for your game is base game only. So I used all base game items. I know you guys just saw me put that bike. That will not be a part of the upload because that's from the Discover University pack. But I had in my mind that the sim that live here would probably want to bike or walk or do ride share service. Like, they wouldn't own a car, and they will be very conscious as far as reducing their carbon impact and, you know, just the things that they put out into the world. They will definitely want to reduce that, which will probably be their motivation for living tiny to begin with. But yeah, I'm just adding in some terrain paint, and it was at this point when I realized, oh, I have too many tiles, so I'm reducing the size of this build, and I'm going to take off the top area, and I'm also adding some things like some outdoor lights, so you'll be able to see at night if your Sims had to work late, or, you know, if they just coming back from a night out in the town. And I decided to add in the sink in the bathroom so your Sims can wash their hands and brush their teeth without being all in the kitchen. That's something that was really important to me. And although this piece is really expensive, I did add in that garbage can that gives you money back when you deposit trash into it. I just feel like that would be something that, you know, eco-conscious Sims will be interested in. And I'm adding in these gable roofs, and I really love how it comes out. I was able to add in a skylight. So realizing that I had too many tiles was actually a beautiful thing, because I was able to put in this amazing feature, and I feel like it just adds just a little bit more, I don't know, just a little bit more of something special to this build. I mean, to be able to have a skylight and let in more natural light, and also get the heat from that skylight, I don't know, it's definitely something wonderful and something that I would love in my own home. And it's at this point where I'm just adding in a bit more decorative pieces like blinds and rugs, and just making this place feel a bit more cozy, a bit more personalized. I did play test everything. The double bed is able to sleep 2 Sims, but what you would need to do is assign the size of the bed, otherwise your Sim won't scoot over. So yeah, that's something I had to find out, but everything works, and I'm so excited to share this with you guys. But anyway, I've rambled on enough. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. And be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell. That way you never miss an upload from me. Also, if you're interested in following me on my social medias, all of that information will be down in the description box below. And you are welcome to download this from the gallery. My origin ID is Simply-Nisey, and everything will be down in the description box below. Again, you guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.